Tracy. I don't know the date. I don't really care, but it's Thursday. It's a good Thursday night in Baltimore City. We are live. I'm gonna go live here on my Facebook Live. I think I got it turned to Diamond K, which is interesting. We need to have it turned to Diamond K. We need to watch what he's doing. But I have my Facebook Live here. You're on the Speakeasy. It's Thursday. It's November 9th.
Yes, it is.
Veterans Day is upon us. All is well in the world. We are here. We got the silent killer, Nikki. We got Diamond K here producing on the boards. And we're at RadioOnFire.com, home of the Diamond K Morning Show. The hardest working man out here on internet radio. He does not take a day off unless Nikki tells him to. Went at Roland Martin. He gets blocked from Twitter. He gets blocked from IG, from celebrities, because he goes at them. But I like his style, I like his vigor and his energy. And you know, this guy's giving me a platform. So shout out to Diamond K. Today's broadcast was brought to you in part by the Baltimore Music Awards. Some of you may know it as the BMAs. Let your voice be heard at the 2017 BMAs. Polls are now open for the 7th annual red carpet event honoring Baltimore. Log on to BaltimoreMusicAwards.com before December 3rd to cast your vote in all categories. RadioOnFire.com reaches about 276,000 viewers per month. Advertise your product, your service, or event on RadioOnFire.com by sponsoring any one of the shows that you can find for low as $50. Visit RadioOnFire.com/promo to get started. If you want to see any of the past episodes of any show, I have some of my own favorites. I like Rap the Scrap. I like, I don't know, Luscious. I can't remember. I Want Luscious. That's one of my favorite ones. I got a few other favorites, but find them on RadioOnFire.com. Cool Kids Radio. I like them. Shout out to all the shows, man. This is really, really dope network. What's happening? I see y'all that's on my Facebook Live. What's up, Nicole? But we're here. We're on the Speakeasy. This is our show, and we're here every Thursday from 7 to 9. Jennifer was out of town last week. She was being petty out there partying and doing her thing, but she'll be back next week, and we have something lined up. We have some guests lined up. But tonight, you know, I want to introduce a good friend of mine. I've known her for 13 years. Good friend of mine, met at the Delaware State University. You got to relax. You got to chill. We're not going to do the cheer thing. You got to chill. But I'm here with my good friend and now accomplished. I don't know if people say. It doesn't matter what people say. Now author.
Published. You can say published.
Published author. Mm-hmm. Tracy, aka I'm not going to get you.
Don't go
Tracy,
back to Del
Tracy,
State. You and Shane were all the names.
Yeah, no. Well, I was going to create this one from left field, but Tracy Matthews, accomplished author. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's just crazy how you've become an author, and I used to help you in English.
Whatever. You got A+. I got B's.
And you were hating, and so when I got my A+, you were like, "Well, how did you do that?" Like, what do you mean?
Because I've always loved writing, and I thought I was a good writer. So when I saw your grade,
you wasn't better than
back
me.
in 2004.
Correct.
We were at the MBNA building.
Correct.
When I saw your grade, and I saw my grade. I was like, how? This is favoritism. He's just favoring him.
But we had a Caucasian male teacher.
He was a male.
Man didn't even know my name.
So what?
You sat in the front. I sat way in the back.
Did sit in the front.
I sat in the last row that you could sit in.
Yes,
I didn't even look like I belonged there. And you were like, how? I'm like, what you mean, how?
Yeah, I remember that conversation.
What do you mean? I never forgot that. But that was the rawest moment that I had in college today. I was like, what? But it was dope. And I was like, look, you know, we could talk. And you was like, oh, okay. And you took whatever criticism I had. We were young kids.
Yeah, we
didn't have
18.
no clue. We have no clue about what anything was.
Uh-huh.
But Tracy, I mean, I've known you since Delaware State.
Yes.
Who are you? Where you come from? What do you want the people to know about you that you can tell safely?
Whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause you know a lot of my business.
Oh, you guys, you stole the world.
Yeah. So, who am I? I am an interesting person. I like to. I'm a little different. A lot of people call me weird, but I don't really care about that.
I would agree.
I wear multiple hats. I can't really say that I have a home. Like, I was born in New York.
Right.
And I moved from New York when I was like 11, 12 years old. Moved to Delaware, stayed out there until I graduated Delaware State University in 2008. Moved to Philly for a year. And I've been here in Maryland for, what, about
7,
8 years or something like that?
I would say 7. I think
it was like 8.
2009?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't really have a home. I fell in love with like all of the areas that I lived in.
Right.
And it was just something interesting about each area. I do like Baltimore. I'll be honest with you. When I first moved here, I didn't like Baltimore. I was so like stuck on Philly. I wanted to stay in Philly, but I moved out here for grad school and for another AmeriCorps program. But I've grown to love Baltimore. There's so much potential here. And
there's so much already here.
Yes. There's a lot here.
Yes.
And in a lot of ways, it's very similar to Philadelphia.
It is. It's just a smaller Philly. I always say that's a smaller Philly.
Exactly.
Which Philly's a smaller borough of New York. It ain't the whole city, but yeah. Yes. So yeah, Baltimore is like on a smaller scale. Yeah. But I fell in love with Baltimore. Yes, so I'm here. You're here.
I went to Morgan State out here, graduated with my master's in social work.
For grad school. Right.
Yep, for graduate school. And I am currently teaching. I've been in education for going on 10 years now, and I teach 2nd grade for Baltimore City Public School. And yes, I am here.
And you're here, and you're a proud mother?
Yes, I'm a mom.
You're a
proud
mother.
Of a 4-year-old boy.
Yes.
Solomon, a.k.a. Solo.
Which segues into
my book.
You wrote a book. Now, I don't remember you ever really telling me you were going to write a book. 9 times out of 10, me and you had the relationship where you say things, I might listen to you. Most times I don't. Because
I'm always crying.
Not even because you was crying. Because since 2004, you've been nagging me.
Whatever.
You've been nagging me. Whatever. But no, I'm really proud of you. You wrote a book, a children's book.
Yes.
Children's color book.
Yes.
And I know you're very Afrocentric. I guess that's the word. So you wrote Solo's Nose, Out of Control.
Solo's Nose is Out of Control. Yes.
What inspired you to write this book?
Well, I'll take it back to Philly. I started writing children's books in Philadelphia. And I wrote several different books. And what inspired me to write my first children's book that I never got published, this is going to be a little crazy, but I was living in Philly. I was living in North Philly and in a straight hood. And
yes. Shout out to North Philly. Shout out to 19th and Erie, all the people I know up there.
Oh, okay. I was 16th in Ontario. But our house
we
was
respect your block.
No,
I'm joking.
Shut up.
With what?
With mice. Like, our house was infested with
infestation?
Mice. Yeah, no, it was
infested. That's people co-renting with you. Okay? We all got mice at one point in our lives.
No, I mean, like, in Philly, like, they were like family members. It was like crazy.
Facts.
Like running all over.
I named my
you
mice.
could hear them in the walls. It was crazy.
I named my mice.
You did? So no that inspired me. Like, I was in education at that time. I was working at South Philadelphia High School and then elementary school in South Philly.
You were working 2 different positions, or?
Well, it was the same position. We just like split schools.
Okay.
But I fell in love with. I've always wanted to write, and I was like, okay, I want to write children's books. And actually, the person who inspired me to begin writing was Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu.
Okay.
So remember, I was the president of the social work club back at Del State, and I helped him with a book signing, and he had children's books. Several children's books. And from there, I was like, okay, I want to write children's books.
Right, because I just got a question. What type of books you write?
Yes, children's books. So I got inspired, and then I was living in Philadelphia. My house was infested with mice, and I wrote a book titled, it was like, I think it was like Sabrina the Mouse and a Huge Blueberry Muffin. but I never got it published.
Come on, fam. Like,
I know.
Mice in the Muffin?
Yes. I don't know, because like it was like mice in my
You like
it was like a lot of
muffins.
mice in my kitchen and everything like that. So that's when I just started writing and I just started typing.
All right.
But
when you say infested, like how many we talking
it
about?
was like everywhere. Like there was. No, it was multiple mice. I'm telling you.
Did you see multiple mice?
Yes.
All right. Yeah,
and one of my friends.
What did you try to catch them with?
Well, okay.
Peanut butter or cheese?
We told.
This is how you're gonna know somebody really lived through a mice infestation. Peanut butter or cheese?
No, actually, I don't remember. We just put down mice traps.
She said, "Fuck it."
No, we put down mice traps, and I remember like finding the mice on a trap, and it was still alive. So I took bleach and I poured the bleach on top of the mice. Huh? Yes, it killed them.
ASPCA
but I called
is not
my
watching this
neighbors
shit.
and had them, hey, can you pick up the...
I hope the ASPCA is not watching this shit. What kind of shit? What kind of traps were you using?
I don't care about pouring mice on... bleach on mice. They don't...
Peanut butter, facts, Sean. Peanut butter is the catcher. If you use cheese, you ain't never had a mouse in your house. Peanut butter is what they like. But damn, I didn't know you was going through all of that. So you wrote that.
Yeah.
You wrote. Okay, but where did the blueberry muffin come in?
I think it came from me always seeing mice in my kitchen, and I like
blueberry muffins. I remember that. Right.
So let's talk about Solo's Notes. So
no. I want to go back to that one. Okay. That one that did not get published. Now, was it a good book?
The reason why, yes, and the reason I actually read it to my students when I was teaching out high school at a level 5 school here in Baltimore City. I read it to my 10th graders, like just because, even though they were in the 10th grade though. They enjoyed it. They enjoyed it. It was like a little.
Because they could relate, maybe, right?
Probably so.
Were you in the book?
No,
like,
I wasn't
was your personal stuff in the book?
No, no,
okay.
No.
Okay.
But wait, what did you ask me? I forgot.
No. I just asked you. You answered it.
Oh, so why did I get it published? Okay, so.
Yes. I didn't ask you that, but you can tell us.
Self-publishing, a lot of money. You have to start out with an editor and then find someone who wants to publish your book and all of this stuff. And we'll go into that. So when I was working for AmeriCorps, I was making $3.50 an hour. I didn't have money to publish a book. Sure did it. No, it's an extended volunteer program. So
and this was in Philly?
Yes, in Philly.
And you ain't think about going to a night on Broad or none of that?
Nah.
I'd have been shaking my ass.
But I did.
All
so
crazy.
Like if you're in AmeriCorps, you automatically qualify for food stamps.
Right.
So it was 3 of us in the house.
Should I qualified in Delaware? I qualified in Delaware all day.
Oh, dang.
All day.
But I was mad happy when I got food stamps. And then like Obama, he passed some law. And it went from like 156 a month to 186. I was like, yes, this is awesome.
But you were by yourself at this point.
Yeah, I didn't have any kids.
You didn't have
fresh out of college,
like that,
right from Dell State. Yeah. So, so I was making $3.50 an hour. I didn't have any money to publish a book, and that was back in 2008.
Right.
So fast forward last year. I was like,
are you self-published now?
I am self-published. I went through a self-publishing company. A lot of people who self-publish, they go through Amazon.
Okay.
But I went through a self-publishing company.
What would be the difference between Amazon and the self-publishing company that you have now?
To tell you the truth, I honestly don't know, because I didn't really know about Amazon self-publishing until about several months ago. Once my book was like already about to go live.
And see, the dope thing about our show, we have a network of writers that we know personally, and I'm talking about me and Jennifer. I just had a few weeks ago, brother Rod Van Blake. He about 6'8", 300 pounds, has a sci-fi book, and he does the whole 9. And so what we're trying to do, and I'm glad that you're here, not only that you're my friend, and this is going to be difficult to interview you because I know you, and I'm like, I know you. But it's dope that you've done what you went from being a B English student behind me
Shut up, I'll punch you
to publishing a book. But it's dope. And so you're saying these things about Amazon versus the other publishing company, but I'm pretty sure through the resources I know, you're gonna meet somebody, know somebody, know somebody to get your thing off. So tell us about Solo's Nose.
Yes, so Solo's Nose is out of control. I've always been interested in writing children's books, like I said, since back in 2008. But then also I saw the lack of fictional and non-fictional children's text in the education system. So I've been in education since 2008 and working like just throughout the K through 12 area. There are not a lot of children's books geared towards Black children that can actually keep them interested and entertain them. Now, yes, we do have books that are non-fictional text that talk about different prominent African Americans throughout, our history. And then we also have books. It just seems like a lot of the books were very like sad, like
tragic.
Papa working on a farm.
Black
Tar baby and all of that stuff.
Sad to a degree.
Grandma knees hurting and stuff like that. I'm like, come on, all right, let's like
where's Solos? What vibe does Solos knows out of control?
It's a non-fictional text and it's funny. It's meant to be funny and it's meant to be educational, of course, at the same time. So my son Solomon, he's 4. I call him Solo.
Nice.
He does not like eating his vegetables at all. And I am really big on like trying my best to eat healthy and like making smoothies and like homemade popsicles and stuff like that. So when he was younger, you could say about 3 years old, like last year, 2 years ago, I would try to give him like spinach and broccoli and he would never eat it. Or kale. I remember one time I gave him kale. He was like, ew, what is this? This tastes disgusting. I'm like, no, baby, you have to eat it. So I would like add it to his smoothie. But then when he would look at the color.
I hate that. He don't like it.
When he would look at the color, he would see that it's green.
Shout out to Solo.
And he was like,
no, I don't want that.
Watch
That's
it.
Not me,
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to drink it at all.
Absolutely not.
So that inspired me to write.
But
this
what
book.
about the nose out of control? Was he sick?
So now Solo, he's a 6-year-old boy who hates eating his vegetables. And his mother has tried everything she could possibly do to get him to eat his vegetables, from making fruit and veggie smoothies, fruit and veggie popsicles,
all that
fruit
bullshit.
And veggie salads. But
all
nothing
that bullshit.
Is working.
Kale is nasty. Yep.
No, kale is good, especially raw kale.
I'm just repeating my brother. I don't like kale. I don't like kale or beets. Shout out to Head Start in Jamaica, Queens, by PS 116 that gave me beets and I threw up. I will never eat them again. I was like 5. Yeah, I hate beets and kale. Yep. Disgusting. Terrible.
So
shout out to Solo for refusing his mom.
So one day he wakes up and he is sneezing continuously. And each time he sneezes, his nose grows bigger and bigger and bigger.
Wow.
So his nose is now the size of a watermelon.
Wow.
So now they have to come up with an idea. Like, what do we need to do to shrink his nose?
So you wrote this. So, all right. So here's going to be my only critique. So you wrote this book from your vegetable standpoint of saying Solomon's nose and he's only sneezing because he don't eat vegetables.
Yes, like if you do not eat healthy,
that bullshit.
Your body.
Solomon's 4 years old. He can eat.
But I believe
eat paint and he gonna be all right. Right he eat paint and he gonna be all right.
But I honestly believe that we need to start teaching our children how to eat healthy at an early age.
No doubt.
And actually, like, so I have several books that I'm working on, but the next book has nothing to do with Solo's nose. It's a realistic fictional text. But this one book to the series for Solo, it's going to involve him. It's called Solo and the Breakfast Club Rescues Jonathan. And what inspired me behind this book, when I was teaching, I can't say the name of the school, but it's a middle school / high school, level 5 here in Baltimore City on the west side. My students would come in eating chicken boxes for breakfast.
Yeah, because we got food deserts here. We have a lot of lack of education. Yeah, it's a lot of that going on. We know that.
Yeah, so like that's not a healthy way to eat at all. So watching my students eat that for breakfast, it inspired me to write.
So where do we get before we get? And I'm proud of you that you got these series lined up. That's dope. And I want to know how that process went. Where can you find Solo's Nose?
Yes, so
out of control.
You can purchase. It's actually available on xlibris.com, which is a self-publishing company I went to. X Libris.
So like that's the letter X.
X. LIBRIS.com.
I'm mad that you just went through this shit like a teacher.
I'm a teacher. My teacher hat went on. My teacher hat.
I'm mad that you just did that. But xlibris.com.
Yes.
Okay, that's where we can find Solo's Nose Out of Control. Do you have a website?
Not yet.
Not yet. But you're on Facebook.
Yes.
Is your page public, or are you still screening it, or do you have a public? See, we got to get you a public author page. Okay?
I don't have a public author page.
Got to get you a public author page, because I know you. I already knew the answer before you gave it to me. I already knew the answer. You need a public author page, but it's so dope. I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you, and you have a series of things lined up. I think it's even more dope. There are authors expos. There are different things out here. While you might have your ear to the community, you need to do. You need to get in there.
Oh no, I am. So I'm in the process of not even contacting, but working with Baltimore City Public Library System.
Oh, dope.
And Baltimore County.
Dope.
Yeah, so it's like I have to give them a copy of my book,
that's
and
dope.
They'll approve it.
That's dope.
And my mom called me about 3 days ago.
Where's Mama right now?
In Atlanta.
Okay, I know that.
So
shout out to Mama.
So one of my childhood friends who I grew up with when I was living in St. Nicholas Projects in Harlem,
all right, keep going. I know you grew up in St. Nick, but keep going.
She lives in Atlanta, and she is the manager at a Barnes & Noble down in Atlanta.
Dope.
And my book is on barnesandnoble.com as well, and Amazon. But go to Ex Libris, because I need to make money. I'm not going to make a lot of money if you go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Don't go there.
Well, make sure to the next one that you do your due diligence to figure out. Now, you're not a no extended deal. Well, we won't need to get into that. But
I paid them all my money.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that. But, figure out what you need to do, and then utilize your resources, man, because I think, Solo's Nose Out of Control. I haven't bought it yet. I'm going to buy it tomorrow or tonight, rather, and I'm going to get my copy. I'm going to read it to the girls, and
I'll sign it.
I don't really want your signature. No, I'm joking.
It's to your 3 beautiful butterflies.
Nah, they're not all butterflies.
They are.
There's a butterfly, there's a ladybug, and then I don't know what the other one is. I forget, but it's fine. I just call her the young savage. But yeah, man. I mean, I am very, very, very proud of you. You went from a B student behind me to a no, I'm joking. You have definitely done a great job. Like, I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
I missed the event that you had this weekend, but I'm gonna, send you this money for this book and everything. And, I think it's dope. I think it's exactly up your alley. I think this is exactly what you need to do, to get your mind right, get your mind off of things. This is crazy. This is dope. I can't believe it. And it's like you have a platform. So many people, nowadays we have opportunities that we did not have.
Yeah, through social media.
And not even that. We're just utilizing the things that we've been afforded in our time. And I think that's just dope. I think it's dope. So I want to switch gears and go to my quick hits real quick.
Okay. And
I'm going to say my quick hits, and I'm going to give the opportunity. Now, everybody can't see, like, Don McKay is posting, like, Don McKay Morning Show on Facebook. You got to follow it. He's here. He is posting, and then where I'm posting, and then there's technically 4 people in the room. So everybody can't see that. So what I want to do is I want to put my quick hits out. And anybody want to say anything about it, they can. If they don't, we keep moving. Quick hits for the week. Roland Park Country School and Gilman students for Halloween dressed up in jail jumpers, orange jumpers, and put Freddie Gray on the back.
Wait, time out really fast. Was it confirmed that it was from that school?
It was confirmed that it's from both schools.
Okay.
So what happened was after that was that both schools participated in some sort of rally to say we're against racism, et cetera, et cetera. So I caught the back end of it, but I saw the pictures. Now, the funny part about that is both schools have yet to issue any discipline to either student. You're an educator. I'm not gonna ask you how you feel because I know how you feel about that. But that's one of my quick hits, and it's sad because it's insensitive in the sense that I don't know Freddie Gray personally. I've been around the neighborhood in which he lived. I've been around the projects. I've worked there. I've done the things, and a young man lost his life. And for these two young people to do this is something that everybody in this room and up their generation would not have done that. And I think it's just sad. But like the brothers were saying on the Rap the Scrap show, if you really want to find these things that go on, and you've said this to me personally, you really have to search for these things. And so that's just something to think about. Roland Park Country School in Gilman, which is a Catholic school, I think, Catholic school.
Well, in the Roland Park area.
Exactly.
The bougie.
Very nice. Area. Very nice area. Very nice area, but in the city.
Yeah.
The other quick hit, Andrea Jenkins, okay, first trans woman of color on the Minneapolis City Council. Interesting. I've never been to Minnesota. I have frat brothers from there that I talk to frequently. I've never been there. Even Duncan lived in Minnesota for a little bit, and I've never been there. I want to go there. I heard it's like many other cities. It's just cold as hell. I want to go there. I've never been there. At any point, chime in. First trans woman of color on the city council in Minneapolis, Diamond K. All right, he's good. Other quick hit, Daryl.
Good for her.
Good for he said.
Yeah, I said good for her. You got a problem with that?
No doubt.
She's the only one. She's not. There was another trans person,
politician.
Yeah, politician. That won a race as well.
Yeah, and I think I picked that one out, that instance out because
I think in Virginia.
Yeah, I think I picked this instance out. First trans woman of color in Minneapolis City Council.
Right, the other one was not of color.
Exactly. Daryl Bubba Wallace to be black NASCAR stock. He is the only black NASCAR stock car racer in over 46 years. Black man, Daryl Bubba Wallace. His father, black man, funded his entire movement to becoming a NASCAR driver. And they asked Bubba, shout out to Bubba, man. Now, I think Bubba's gonna do something special. They asked Bubba about the racism he's experienced so far being the driver.
Damn, Bubba.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is his name Bubba?
I don't know.
His name is racial.
I don't know. I mean, I think Bubba grew up in North Carolina in NASCAR country.
Bubba needs to move.
No, but he's a native to where he is and he likes it. Yeah, and you know what's dope about Bubba? You know what's dope about Bubba?
Nothing.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Keep it 100. He said, I've dealt with racism my entire life, and he says, bring it on. You want to see me, fight me. That's what he's saying. That's what Bubba's at. So I like it.
Jack Johnson was similar in that regard.
Boxer, heavyweight champ.
Yes, a great man.
Yes,
not Bubba. I'm talking about Jack Johnson.
Bubba's gonna be a great man. Damn it.
Okay.
Tiger can do it. So can Bubba. At least Bubba acknowledges he's black
for now.
No, he said
that's because it's early.
He said he's been black my whole. He said I've been black my whole life, and I've been getting this bullshit. No,
yeah, I mean,
not Kablasian, none of that.
NASCAR is,
none of that.
If a black person tries to infiltrate the KKK, right, and say I'm gonna,
Tyrone Biggins,
it's just some shit you just need to leave the fuck alone.
Why can't we dominate NASCAR?
Let's just let NASCAR.
I wanted to dominate NASCAR too.
Let's let NASCAR die.
I just don't have Bubba's father
that has been dying. It's a racist thing. Yeah. Let it go. Nobody cares about NASCAR. He's trying to breathe life into it.
He grew up loving NASCAR.
But do you think we really was, because we don't support NASCAR as it is. Like, that's not us.
No.
So do you think we would really support him? Let's say even if he does go to the top.
Should we? The better question is, should we?
No. We don't like that.
But if you ask the question, should we? I say, yeah, he's black.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Word.
He acknowledges that he's black. I mean, he's in a white man sport. Why not?
No. No.
We're not saying support NASCAR. I'm saying support.
You are
Bubba's
saying support.
team.
Why would? So let's look at.
Well, here's the thing. Bubba's team is self-made.
Let's look at the bigger picture.
He's self-made.
Okay.
His father funded everything. No sponsors.
So.
Well, I don't know if no sponsors. I'm not.
Because that only makes sense. Here's my thing. Why would we allow Bubba and Bubba Senior to help to ask us to breathe life into this racist organization? Bubba Jr. and Bubba Senior, if they say something smart like,
but how much? Let me ask you this question.
They say something smart like, let's start another organization.
Let me ask you this question.
Then we make a support.
Let me ask you this question because
we can't support NASCAR.
Let me ask you this question because this is a quick hit.
Fuck Bubba.
But how much more racist is NASCAR than NBA or NFL?
More.
Get the fuck out of here.
NASCAR.
I think NASCAR is more racist.
Their fans are more racist, but the organization.
Yeah,
nah, they're more racist because they don't even have to.
They all sleep together.
They don't have to bend over for black people.
Yeah, that
See,
is
black
true.
people support those other sports, so at least the owners.
That's
say,
because we.
No other choice.
What make Well, somebody asked what makes NASCAR a white sport. What makes NASCAR a white sport is that majority.
Is that person 1 or 2
No,
years
no,
old?
no. He's asking.
They don't know any better.
Dan, he's asking a legitimate question. The reason it makes it a white sport is because majority of fans are white, majority of ownership is white, majority of the participants are white. Same as hockey, but the difference is the NBA, the NFL, and the MLB were the same way. The only difference is that because we were able to infiltrate it, we have been able to have a difference. And ain't no difference between all these shits. It ain't no difference. They all sleep together. They all go to the same shit. They all know each other.
That part doesn't mean anything as much as the reason why we did not infiltrate NASCAR and why we won't is because for drivers to get involved is so much of a startup cost.
It costs a lot.
So that's why we don't. Exactly. That's why we don't get into that.
I don't disagree with that.
And that's one. And two, there's no place for people to practice like that. Like it's
agree.
not like you can go to the basketball court
and see
can't go to the NASCAR court.
And Bubba,
so it's never gonna happen.
Bubba's different because he's in race country.
Yeah,
he's got places to go.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
but we can't say fuck Bubba.
We can't say fuck Bubba.
We can't say fuck Bubba. Come on,
Bubba.
He's a black man. That's like saying fuck Diamond K for doing everything you're doing.
If I do something dumb, I want people to say fuck.
Well, fuck you, Diamond K.
Because they say it a lot.
Well, fuck you, Diamond K. But I mean that for
Bubba
love.
is just on some.
I'm saying that
shit.
with Nikki's blessing.
Bubba on some.
I can say fuck Diamond K.
Anybody can say it.
Bullshit.
Bubba
she gonna tell me no.
She
told me no. Shit. No, but in hindsight, think about it, man.
And where you think Bubba from?
Well, his family.
Him.
Where you say from?
No, they from like North Carolina.
Of course.
But Bubba has said they asked him specifically. They said, "Are you experiencing some newfound racism in NASCAR?" He was like, "Nah, I've been getting this my whole life." And I'm like, "What's good?" So to your point, you're contradicting yourself to a degree because you said on one show that we are the leaders of the world, right? Nope. So why can't Bubba lead that shit too?
Is he married?
I don't know. He's 24. I hope he's not.
He has a pet pig, I'm sure.
I hope he's not married. He's 24. I hope he's not married.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got a Becky.
Ain't no doubt about it. He got a Becky. Ain't no doubt about it. And a whack ass Becky too, not a slick ass.
Okay, so I'm a bypass some other shit. We're gonna go into black relationships right now. Why the fuck do I got
what is his name again?
Bubba.
His name is Darrell. His name is Darrell. Darrell. Nicknamed Bubba Wallace Jr. And Bubba Wallace Sr. is that dude. Why all of a sudden, my sister, do you have to proclaim it and just throw this man in? He got a bet. How do you listen? Why?
I don't know.
Like, what is it?
This is crazy.
See, this is a common thing.
Okay, so here's the thing.
I'm gonna let you rock.
If he does, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, it wouldn't be.
But here's the problem. This goes to a common theme that I've seen on Radio on Fire for weeks and weeks now.
What?
Where black women are berating, chastising, commenting on black men with white women.
I don't have anything against it.
I didn't say you didn't.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But why is that the first thing you saying? That's like if your name is Keisha. That's like I say if your name is Keisha, then I ain't surprised you live in Drew Hill Project Home.
It's not the same thing.
No, I'm stereotyping.
The reason why I said that is because he's
because of his name.
We
where he
lives.
No, I'm gonna say that she knows nothing. She knew nothing about Bubba other than what we talked about. Okay, now Bubba is not married. However,
God bless him.
His father is white. And his mother is black.
Amen. The cradle of his civilization is black.
So I'm going to say chances are he's probably going to marry a white woman.
Yeah.
But he's just turned 24.
But that's also about proximity and environment. But my thing is, why is that your assumption? Because he lives in North Carolina?
No, because he's so steeped into this bullshit.
It's just I don't know. Like the name Bubba, like come on,
Bubba Gump Shrimp from Forrest Gump is that dude.
Like,
and listen, and that's probably who he's named after. He's born in 93.
Exactly, he was named after Bubba from Bubba Gump Shrimp. That's his nickname.
That's damn ridiculous.
But here's the thing: we don't know these people. No, my thing is this, man, and you know, Bubba Wallace is doing something special, and I like his commentary, and I like the fact that he said, "No, I haven't experienced racism in NASCAR. I've been getting it my whole life." And he literally said, "Yo, I'm paraphrasing, not fact checking. He literally said, if you want it, come get it." How can you not respect that?
Yeah.
You're paraphrasing because I looked at his picture. He didn't say that.
No. Don't look at his picture.
I saw his picture.
Don't look at his picture. Don't look at his picture. Look at his commentary. What I'm saying is, okay, so to use the silent killer, what I'm saying is that he addresses racism in the sense that when he deals with somebody racist,
so you punch me in my face.
He's saying I will fight you.
I'll battle you.
He's saying I will fight you.
That's
yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Bubba ain't about shit because Bubba would have to fight the whole everybody that's there.
Well, how many brothers have to in the South?
You don't have to. He doesn't have to do that. He can do something else.
We didn't say that. We didn't say he had. We didn't say that he. His
mother ran track. She was a successful track runner. He can do that.
We didn't say no. We not. No,
his father's a pipe cleaner. He can do that.
You know what? You know where you're off. You know where you're off in what you're saying. You're off in what you're saying is. Remember, I said he's not experiencing racism from his choice of NASCAR. He said he's been getting it his whole life.
But that's because his father's white. His father's white.
No.
So I'm sure he got it a lot, and he doesn't.
Let me bring y'all back. I didn't say he was. The only thing that makes him different from anybody else right now is that he's going to NASCAR. What I'm saying is, right, and then what I'm saying is,
Bubba!
You know, what I'm saying is, in a racist point,
he's called me Daryl, man. You too loud.
My man Daryl Wallace, D-Dub, he said, you know, and you've been outspoken on this. He said, I deal with racism with my fist.
Anything illegal. I'm not doing anything illegal.
No. I need. What more do you want from me? God damn it.
No, let's not clap that time.
Am I protected by the First Right Amendment or the amendment?
Come on,
don't take my baby. I'm at $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me?
You know, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad.
I feel bad for Tyrese. I do.
I feel bad for Tyrese too. So I'm a skip. I got two other quick hits, and we're going to Tyrese. The church shooting in Texas, tragic. He's a terrorist. Yes, I just want to say terrorist. Bar none. Don't give me any other bullshit.
Why do we get so mad about that?
I'm not mad.
I'm saying, but in general, people get mad about that. So why do we get mad at the label of they say terrorist, not terrorist? Why do we get mad
at anything, Dominic?
No, I mean specifically, people get heated. Like it seems like that they don't label the white people as terrorists
because media has a way of spinning things in this country to perpetuate that black, brown people are the animals.
So is it those words? Is it that word? Does the word terrorist change?
Let me give you contextual piece, and I'm gonna let Tracy go because I've been shutting her out. But this is how we've been for 13 years. But the contextual piece to that is we want to talk as a country about terrorism, right? We talk about terrorism abroad. when the percentage of terrorism that has happened abroad to domestic is very low. But when you talk about the domestic terrorists, it's white and it's very rampant in this country. And the biggest terroristic organization in this country is incorporated, and its name is the KKK. And that's why people get mad. Don't send this war on terror that's $4 billion to another country when we haven't addressed it in our own country. But go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, like I think people get upset because, of course, they may think that the name is negative.
Terrorist or?
Yeah, terrorist.
It is negative. Yes.
Yeah, it is. And it's supposed to be
yes,
negative.
Yes.
And I think, like, if you are a person who is white, you believe, well, I'm not saying this is how all white people think,
right?
But it's sort of like subconsciously, some of them may believe that, like, they're untouchable. Correct. Like, I can't do any wrong.
Possibly, yeah.
I'm white. This is my society. Mm-hmm. So when you place a negative label on me, it's like, how dare you?
Right.
But it's true, though. Like, when you commit crimes that destroy large amounts of people and to kill large amounts of people, that is an act of terrorism.
Yep.
So see, I think part of the problem, and I wanted to hear somebody do a definition, and so she did one. I think part of the real problem with the term and the media is that there's no universally accepted definition of the word. Mm-hmm. So the way that terrorism is defined traditionally is that something that's politically motivated and premeditated. Mm-hmm. Yes. So if the if you don't know why they did the act,
but we know why.
I'm just saying hypothetically, we don't know why they did the act, and it's if somebody goes into a school and kills a bunch of kids,
right?
Is that terrorism?
But there's also deeper definition.
The political part has to be attached to it.
There's also a deeper definition to terrorism.
Yeah.
It's an act of striking fear and terror at most.
Terrorizing.
Striking fear and terror at its most base cause. When they did it in the 1800s, here's the thing. You want to talk historically. When we want to talk about the Far East and the Middle East, these people got their tactics of bombings, killings, mass shootings. They got these tactics from what was being displayed in the 1880s in this very country.
Before that, I would say like the late 1860s, right after the Civil War.
Whatever, the period of Reconstruction.
Exactly. That's what
whatever you want to say. So it doesn't take a rocket science to say that. How is it okay? Even going by that,
but that was politically motivated.
But even still, going by what you're saying, because even in that period, politics might not have been their motivation, but we were able to categorize it later. And I agree not to disagree. But even going by what we're saying, we say all that to say this: how do we not couple, these nationalist hate groups in the same boat as the jihadists? How is the KKK still incorporated?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Some bullshit. And that's why people need to get mad, because it's a clear disparity between what's right and what's wrong, like everything else.
Yeah, and they shield themselves under a lot of different cloaks.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's how the KKK try to, is able to shield themselves.
Absolutely. But going further, we talked about that Meek Mill going back to jail. They're looking into they
child
said,
of Philly, right?
Yeah, child of North Philly. They said somebody's looking higher up to appeal. That's all I wanted to say about that. But we talked about. I want to get back to the Tyrese drama. Mm-hmm. You said you felt bad about Tyrese.
I do feel bad for him.
Tell me why.
A part of him, he feels as if a part of him is missing. Mm-hmm. And of course, like, if you are not a parent, like if you will not know. If you do not have someone on earth that has your DNA, that, your child, your blood child, even if you adopted this child and been with this child since the child was a newborn, mm-hmm. but for that to be your biological child, and the system is telling you that you can't be with that person, child, right. That is devastating. I've never experienced that before.
Right. Many women have not.
Yes. Mm. And I feel bad for him. He wants his daughter next to him. He wants his daughter. And then on top of that, he's paying $13,000 a
paying
month.
$158K a month.
A
year.
It's really hard for me to like understand why he's paying that much money, but it's very easy for me to understand his outcry.
Right.
He wants his baby girl.
Right.
Now, yes, you know, like some people may think it was funny at the moment, like his tone and, you know, like him. You said it was hilarious. But it was, yes. The message and what he was trying to get out to the public, and of course, I believe to the court system, is that he deserves to be with his child. Like, you're already getting me for $13,000 a month.
He does not deserve to be with his child if he was guilty of the crime that he was charged with. So prior to that, he had not been exonerated, or that the charges were not dropped at that point. Mm-hmm. And don't y'all feel sorry for Tyrese? His net worth is $25 million. Now, I don't know what his liquid is, but his net worth is $25 million.
That's it?
Yeah, I'm surprised it's that much.
No, I would think he's more than that.
I wouldn't. But
he's went platinum before.
And
I would think he had more.
That means nothing. A lot of years ago. Y'all was baby pups.
No, he was not. You ain't that old. You ain't that old, Diamond.
No, I'm saying
Tyrese
can't. Tyrese.
I remember when he was on Usher.
He was ever
I remember when he was in Usher's first video on My Way. So stop it. But he was on Usher's first video of My Way. If you learn
anything from 112, they said don't believe what you see on TV. That does not mean we have
Kristen
that money.
Said he is crying out for help, and it has nothing to do with the child. These cries have been happening for years. I worried about his mental stability even when he went on rants about a wife and a hoe, and how how women should carry themselves. He has some issues. He needs work. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, to be honest, we can't have. I always say this to Diamond K, and this is where we had, you know, we're going back and forth.
Well, I'm saying 13,000 for someone whose net worth is $25 million. Is about right.
Yeah. The way the system goes, but it shouldn't be like that.
So they're looking at his net worth. But
I'm sure they're looking at his actual. I'm sure they're looking at his liquid. But
I'm a mom, and I'm trying to figure out, like, how old is his daughter?
10, I think.
Yeah, she's going to be 11. He has one child. Uno más. Shayla.
$13,000 a month.
What the fuck are you getting for a 10-year-old?
That's what I'm saying. Because I know his child probably goes to private.
His mother must not be working.
Why are we picking on Tyrese? A lot of people pay more than that. Diddy paid more than that.
No, and that's
50
what I'm
saying.
More than that.
I don't get, like, when it comes to men having to pay child support and like
speak on it, my sister.
Large amounts that the court system, I guess, just because they have money, so that I understand that if the child is living in two different households, the life that the child is living, you know, when he's with his mom should be the same when he's with his father. I understand that. However, I also think that the amount of money that these mothers are getting are just entirely too high. And of course, all of that money is not going to their child. That money is going
like $158,000 a year. Are you working, ma'am?
So
that's what I'm saying.
So
like,
the guidelines.
I know for a fact if I was getting $13,000, what was it? What, $13,000 a month?
Yeah, but just because he's obligated to pay it doesn't mean she's getting it. Doesn't mean she's getting it at that moment. He could be in arrears, and if he probably is in arrears, she probably hasn't been getting that for quite some time.
But what should she get is the question.
So
what should she get is the question.
They take into consideration income from both parents,
right?
Percentage of the couple's combined income.
She must not do anything. She's not making anything.
And each
she's not working at anything.
Contributes to help the
she's not working.
Amount.
She's not working.
Some states base it on gross income, and other states
she's not working. In California, where he is and where she's based, is the most progressive social service state in the country. So they've looked at it allegedly,
as they should be,
and I think New York should be, but you know, she must not be working.
But
for you to get $158K a year in child support, you're not working.
But I want to go back to.
But lastly, in California, the guidelines are a very complicated algebra formula.
Some bullshit.
Okay, and it uses parents' income, deductions, time spent with the child to come up with a dollar amount for child.
But how the fuck do you? How do you do that with the time spent with the child if you're not letting this motherfucker see the child?
Exactly.
Well, she couldn't see him while he was under He could see supervised visits during the investigation. So he's just being extra because he didn't want to go.
But here's the logic: I shouldn't have to pay. You shouldn't assess me with all of that until everything is final.
Exactly.
That's just legally just makes sense. So he needs to get a better lawyer. That's what the fuck he needs.
He needs to get help.
Oh, he does.
Clearly, a lot of brothers and sisters and white people and Spanish people all go through that same thing, and he's the first one we just see on the social media acting like that
because he got the platform. But there are people.
Everybody got social media.
No, there are people. But yeah,
people have done it, but they
motherfuckers do it all the time. Nobody cares. It's just like the Netflix series 13 Reasons Why. Somebody reacted off of that, and then people were like, "Oh, this is tragic," which it is. But when a brother reaches out, and this goes back to societally, how we like to say, on the one hand, we can't have it both ways. Oh, you got to be tough, Diamond K, but you can't express your soft side, Diamond K. Black men don't have an option. We got to pick a lane and we got to go through it. Because it's like, if we choose to be soft, we going to be food out here in these streets. Women ain't going to respect us. Our women ain't going to respect us. Our other peers ain't going to respect us. And for people that have sons, and I love Jennifer for this because she has 2 boys and she's very in tune with this. And you have a son. You got to understand that when you're looking at this guy, he might break some hearts. He might cheat on somebody. God forbid he does worse. He's somebody's son. Yeah. A lot of these cats are people's sons. And you might be an involved mother, you might not be an involved mother, but that's your son. And I think with black men and black boys, people forget that humanity gets taken out of the picture. When you're talking about Trayvon, when you're talking about Mike, when you're talking about whoever it is, society already does not see us as human beings. Our own people don't see us as human. They see us as this figure. They see us as this animal, this vessel.
Stone.
Because black boys ain't taught to be able to cry.
You know what? So I want to touch on 2 things.
Yeah.
So the last show that was before us, one of the I don't remember his name, but he mentioned the kind of woman that Tyrese chose, and that's something that Tyrese does have to take into consideration because I don't know what she's telling the court.
Y'all are being so judgmental. I cannot believe
Let her finish.
I don't know what she's telling the court.
She was granted a restraining order. Tyrese cannot come around these parts because she was granted a restraining order. The wife was
which is not hard to get.
No, but she's saying that the marriage ended because he was emotionally and physically abusive to her.
Okay.
And we can clearly see that there's some emotional something going on.
True.
Yeah.
So take
Tyrese's girl out of what you was about to say.
So, all right. So I'm going to take her out of what I'm about to say.
Yeah, because Diamond K is right.
That and this ties into black relationships.
Yes.
Well, not just relationships in general.
Yes.
We have to be really cautious of who we choose to settle down with. Because when you look at when things get rough in a relationship and when one person becomes really manipulative and vindictive and just evil, like that sort of says a lot about you. Like were these signs there and you just didn't see it? And you just saw just the physical part of this person and you rushed into this relationship. So when we get involved with people who turn out to, I guess, be the opposite of what we want, we also have to examine ourselves. So I don't know the kind of woman that Tyrese's ex-wife is, or current wife, I don't know. But Tyrese also has to if he is saying mean things about her,
right,
he also has to look at himself. Like,
she's such a teacher.
Why did
mean things?
She's a teacher.
Mean things.
You know, I chose her, so I have to look at myself. I have
but
to
here's
myself.
the thing: what matters of the heart. Like I always tell people, you know, you don't know yourself until you've dated someone else. Mm-hmm. And we all have issues. And I preach this. I've called in probably 2 to 3 shows. We all have baggage. We have to stop making this it's a his versus her type of thing. And we have to have communication. Mm-hmm. You know, we have to understand ourselves. We have to know what we're going to go through and what we're going to accept. And we do have to examine ourselves, you know, but we also have to realize some people are fucked up.
Yes.
And I don't mean that to say they the devil, but they do fucked up shit.
Yeah, some people are mean.
It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we all been in that boat. You know, we all have had the opportunity to be with the person that loves us to death, or we fuck with the person that don't give 2 shits about us. We all have been there, you know. And my thing is, what Tyrese is going through is, like Diamond K said, not different from many other people. And like you said, you had to examine what they were going through. But at some point, you know, and not Tyrese's example, but some point, some people have to realize it's not about them. And a large part of the reason with our community that is different from our elders is that we're too fucking selfish.
Yes, we are very selfish.
We're too fucking selfish.
Especially with this society now, everything is like this instant gratification.
Instant gratification. Microwave society.
Exactly. People are all for themselves. But I wanted to touch bases on something when you talk about relationships. And I was speaking with one of my friends, and I'm a very spiritual person. Okay. Like, more spiritual than a lot of people would probably
definitely more
to dive into, because they may think that, okay, that's a little too much for me.
Religious or spiritual? Spiritual. Okay.
Yeah. I was speaking to my friend, and he has a wife and 3 kids. We're very close. You know what I'm talking about.
No. Let's not do that.
Okay.
I don't know nothing.
No, but you know him though.
No. I don't.
But whatever.
We'll talk later.
Neither do I.
Right.
We were talking.
Wife and 3 kids.
We always talk. And he said, you have the soulful man and you have the spiritual man. And you have the soulful woman, you have the spiritual woman. So the soulful man is attracted to a woman's personality, is attracted to the physical. And
which one? You said two different things.
You have the soulful man and you have the spiritual man.
The soulful man is attracted to what? The soulful man is
attracted to like the physical appearance, and not just like the outer physical, but also like the woman's personality.
Oh, so you're grouping all that
confidence.
Together?
Yes.
That's just all men right there.
Yes.
All men are either attracted to her personality or her body.
Yes. No, but here's the thing.
That's all we got. One of them 2 things.
No, but here's the thing though. With the soul, that is the person's personality.
The core, the essence.
Yes, that after a while it changes.
The personality.
Your personality changes.
Correct.
So if that is what attracted you to this person, and then 3-4 years later, you're like, okay, like you're starting to distance yourself from this person. I'm gonna write my notes on this. You're distancing yourself from this person. You don't find this person as attractive. It's because you were just attracted to the physical, her personality. People change. And if you're not changing together, then you're going to drift apart.
Yeah, because y'all could be changed, but you both change because
you're supposed to keep that change.
But you're supposed to change,
right?
Because that's growth, that's maturity.
Not only that, you could just be different.
But you could just change it to
but you both change.
People.
You change. The biggest fault is
the biggest fault is if you don't witness that change.
Or you don't like who she becomes.
Yeah, you start to dislike who this person
is. I don't think that we're ever gonna fully like anybody that we're with. That's just a fact. My point is, what can you deal with? If you change into something no.
What if she changes for the better, but you ain't shit?
That's my point.
So So now y'all are disconnected because she has made like a progression.
Yes.
And you have either stayed stagnant or regressed.
Yes. But I also think that a lot of times, like when we choose to be with someone, there's like something that's also like clouding like our judgment.
In the beginning,
it's called love.
In the beginning, it's something that's clouding, not judging. That's why I don't believe in
good whoopee.
That's that honeymoon phase.
Yeah, I don't believe in jumping into relationships, like because there's certain things. I think you need to see a person in all seasons of their life, you know. And
how long that take?
I was gonna say that. What is that a lifetime? All seasons. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you gonna be 50 and you just now don't like beer? Like, what does that mean?
No, I'm not.
Saying, I liked you when you was 25, but now you ain't shit.
You 60 and I hate you.
No. So I just think a lot, like, we need to take our time, and we rush into situations, and we are looking at like just that person like on the outside, or I like how this person is really confident. But is this person a good person? Does this person have a good spirit? What kind of person will this woman? What kind of woman will she be to your kids?
How do you know that?
Give me the.
If y'all don't have kids,
before you go into that,
that's the thing.
Before you go into that, give me the spirit side of the other piece.
Okay, so when my friend he was talking about the spirit side, so he gave me an example
of the soul side and the spirit side.
With him
and his wife,
choosing his wife.
Okay.
So there was a woman that he was dealing with right before he met his wife, and she was everything
we don't know her either.
Physically.
I don't know nobody.
We don't know her either.
I don't know nobody.
We don't know.
I don't know nobody.
She was everything physically that he ever wanted.
Okay.
Everything physically that he ever wanted. She had a good head on her shoulder, a great personality, but all of the things that would have attracted him to her physically, but he was just saying that something in him was telling him that she wasn't the one.
So whatever came to be, that wasn't the reason. What was the reason that he stopped messing with her?
So his spirit. Like, see, that's the thing. It was just his spirit telling him, like, no, she has this, she has that.
But that's just another way of saying he didn't like her. Like
I can't.
That's all that is.
I can't. Me and Diamond K rarely agree on stuff.
That's true.
But this, I can't get with that. There is no difference fundamentally of what he's saying. Unless she did, like, it's one thing to be like, my spirit is uneasy.
He was saying that he didn't think that she would be like a great wife. This is anecdotal research. He had research to say this is what it was. This is literally what I'm saying. Unless she did something to him, like when you have we all grew up in an urban area. I've had a spiritual sense where I felt I dozed off and I heard my grandmother's voice say, "Get out the car." I got out the car. My spirit said, "Get out the car. Something bad's gonna happen." Shots rang out. Shots were fired back. Couple charges happened. I wasn't there. That was my spiritual sense saying, "Get out." His spiritual sense is saying something about her, but I don't know what it is. I don't like it. But my soul says I'm attracted to her personality, but I like that. What the fuck is the difference? Like, what was really telling you to get away from this woman? He said that
he had no tangible evidence. He just didn't feel one way about one chick that he felt about the other. That's fucking life. That's why men lie in the friend zone forever, because women be like, spiritually, he connects with me. He's a great guy. I love him. We have fun. I can tell him about everything, but he just doesn't give me that spark. But the motherfucker that gives you that spark, then fuck everybody
and no, see, and that's
and everything.
No, see, that's the thing, though, and that's what I'm talking about. Like with that spark, I think a lot of times we choose people who we shouldn't really choose. Like our personality, like we're attracted to people's personality,
right?
But that doesn't mean that you should really be with that person,
right?
Like just because you guys, there's chemistry there.
But chemistry is a part of it.
Yes, but that's not everything.
Nothing is everything. Nothing is everything. And you're not going to get everything you want from somebody.
Of course.
But for a motherfucker to say spiritually, I just wasn't feeling her. That just means you did. Listen, there have been women in my life that I know, bar none, gonna be the most loyal, gonna be the biggest freaks. They're gonna cook, they're gonna clean, they're gonna do all the things that I, will appreciate. But I ain't feeling it. It ain't a spiritual versus soulful thing. It's just you wasn't feeling that motherfucker that way. Like men are very.
I don't like you like that.
Men are very simple to that degree. And this is the problem that I feel like in our community, we think that we're so alien to one another. When you learn how men actually think, a man will be with, why you think motherfuckers is fucking with the Kardashians? They have messed with 20,000 other joints before they fuck with them, but they just happen to catch them. I've fallen for joints that wasn't shit. You know it. You seen it. I told you the story. Mm-hmm. And I bypassed the joints that probably I should have been with. Same way you have. Same way our homegirls, homeboys have. I don't like you that much. It ain't that complicated. You know? Like, when you know men, and I do believe there's a deeper level to shit, but this spiritual verse, so that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
It makes sense as a woman, talking about
she wants, and a lot of times, a lot of women want things to be more romantic and more fuzzy than it actually is. But like you said, if you break us down, we're really easy to understand. Yes. If you break us down to the last compound, like I've had situations like that where as though the woman on paper looks like everything that I want, but like something just makes me say, I'm not calling her. I'd rather call this particular person. And it's like you said, it's nothing that she necessarily did, and she probably would check all the boxes that you say that you like.
You know what it is,
but you just like, I don't like
you know what it is,
and it's just difference of why you grab a hot dog hamburger versus chicken that day. It's
what strikes you.
But I also think that like a lot of us are very fickle.
People is fickle,
yeah. So like, just because you like this person right now, so let's say you talk about those two girls, like that girl, she has everything, you could check it off the list, but you rather choose that one. But are you going to make that one your wife?
But
you know what I'm saying?
Probably not.
But see, the difference is when you hit like Jasmine Sullivan said, you feel that fire and you let it burn. Mm-hmm. When you feeling that joint and you know they dead wrong, you still stick with them because it's something that grasps you, and now this is where I will agree, it grasps your soul and your spirit to where you can't let it go. And
even though you should. Probably should.
You know you should. You can't let that motherfucker go. So it's a different thing. But I want to ask you about this. There's been a lot of talk, and I've been watching on all of the shows. They've been talking about the shortage of eligible black men. Mm-hmm. You're a single mom. Mm-hmm. You know, you've been in the city for some time, and you live in Baltimore. You're on the East Coast, you're East Coast girl. How do you feel about this theory that black men are out here doing whatever they want because we can get y'all at any expense, anything?
They said that.
In short, there they have, and they've been. Well, we're not talking about on the shows. I'm talking about a post that Jennifer did in our group where it basically said black men can have women. Well, it didn't even say black men. This was culturally. That was some bullshit. I wrote it off in the game because it was from the New York Post, number one. Some bullshit. And then culturally, it just wasn't right. But the theory that there's such a shortage of black men that y'all don't have anywhere to go. What do you think about that?
Move my mic away.
So it's sort of like I could understand where they're coming from, but then I could, disagree.
Speak on it.
When you are surrounded, when you are surrounded with women who are single, just like you, it feels when a lady is surrounded around other ladies who are single, it feels like that because all of you are in the same boat.
Commiserating. Go ahead.
All of you are in the same boat. And it's like you're.
Yes.
Like a lot of.
Yes.
A lot of, all of you are in and out of these. 1 minute you're dating someone, the next minute, we're not dating, and you find someone else, we're not dating. It's like, okay, so when am I going to settle down? Why is it that I keep meeting guys who appear to be good, but then next thing you know, it's like, okay, what happened? And it's just like, this is, it happens constantly amongst a lot of black women and, their group, their circle of friends. So it could feel like that. But at the same time, I do believe that there are good black men out there. I do. I can't say that there are no good black men out there. I believe that there are good black men out there. But at the same time, I believe that those good black men are selfish and are out having fun, living their life, having sex with multiple women, just living it up until it clicks and they say, you know what, I'm ready to settle down. Now I'm going to go out to look for someone.
So the only rebuttal I have to you is that black women, and I said this last night, right, Dominic K? You know what I'm about to say. Black women, stop generalizing black men. Black men, stop generalizing black women. I agree. You say that there are good black men out here and they're doing whatever they want to do and they sticking whoever they want to stick. I'm going to tell you, there are good black women out here that are doing the same goddamn thing.
Of course.
No. As they should. So it's not a gender thing. It's not a gender thing. There are women out here. Listen, I personally can tell you. And they I called last night. They were like, you hurt. I'm like, no, I'm not hurt. It's like, you hurt. No, I'm just experienced. I know what's going on. Like, there are women out here that are, Nikki, let me tell you something. I know one woman, right, who is 20-something years old, accomplished, beautiful, was married, and it happened to be my homie. I'm not messing with her. Smashing the principal that she's working for. She's married though. Smashing the principal that she's working for. So he's a young principal, right? No. He's older guy. He's like 40-something. No, she's 20-something at the time. Smashing the principal, right? So then he leaves. Then he leaves, right? So then another principal comes in. She smashed him too.
Oh, she's just a whore.
So then
you ain't call her a hoe. You call her a whore.
So then
whore is worse.
So then she
is she attractive?
She's also smashing. No. She's also smashing
attractive whores.
She's also smashing her female coworker.
Now you just lie. She's a lady. Yeah, she smashes. So she's got a problem.
I put that on that. Got a problem. Dominic K, I put that as clear as I'm here to you right now.
Does she?
I put that on
work
everything.
In the office, or is she an actual teacher?
No, bro, she's on the rise. Like, she's good.
What do you mean? No, I'm saying,
like, what is her secretary?
She went from teacher. She went from teacher to now principal.
Oh, now
she's principal.
I think I know her.
No, you don't. But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
And she assistant principal?
No. Not even. Not even in the city.
I didn't say where. I didn't say who said where.
Nah, you don't know.
I said, is she an assistant principal?
I don't know that.
She is. I know who you're talking about.
Nah, but here's the thing.
I didn't mess with her. I just say
she
I know.
Smashed other people in her circle.
As she should.
Her friends. It just.
She don't like him like that. She don't like her husband like that.
See, we're not talking about the same people.
No, she needs to be married.
So here's the thing. No, she don't.
Okay.
Now here's the thing.
He got kids.
No, he don't. So here's the thing.
I'm confused.
Here's the thing. See, when you ask her why she's married,
she's 20-something. That's why.
When you ask her why she's married, she needs his income.
As she should.
She likes this. She likes that. Yeah. So I say all that to say, when you look on the outside, this person is the epitome of what you want in some. But she's a scumbag.
She's scandalous.
Scumbaggery.
Yeah.
Scumbaggery.
She is just.
But women don't like the bad boys?
No. Women and women will make excuses for her.
Yes.
But like my man
G
Money said.
And that's the difference.
My man G Money said it.
That's the difference.
G Money said it best.
Yes.
She ain't nothing but a high price hoe.
That's the difference.
But Nino on the phone, bitch.
That's the difference. I knew you wasn't nothing when I met you. You ain't nothing but a high price. So put me on the phone, bitch. Listen, that's the difference between men and women. I said it last night. I know my peoples ain't shit. I'm not gonna go to bat for no Diamond K. I'm not gonna go to bat for no AJ. I'm like, there's a possibility. Yeah, you're right. Now, if you ask me to lie, and he asked me.
think that's right. See, so you one of those guys. So I'm different because
don't ask me that.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm different because I know a lot of guys who's not nothing.
Right.
However, they met that girl and all that shit was in the past.
I'm not saying
so
that.
you can meet the right person and then say, this is what I've been waiting. This is what I've been looking for.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I support that too.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is if I know the dude ain't shit, I'm not gonna be on here saying, well, most girls are this. But no, I look in my circle and I be like, we ain't shit. Don't fuck with us. I disagree.
I see.
For the most part,
but women throw that on us, and we can't fall for that because a guy can't be everything to every girl. Because, like you said, like this woman that you described, who it sounds like she's educated, she's probably savage. Pretty and she's all savage. That, but she's not a girl that you would treat a certain way. And every woman that judges a man on how he treats a woman doesn't know the caliber of women he's been dealing with. So maybe these were women he couldn't treat a certain way, and he had to hit it and keep it moving. But that don't make him a bad person because he just was dating women that he couldn't settle down with.
I'm not saying you're a murderer or nothing. I'm just saying.
No, I mean literally, like if you date women that's not settled down material, we've all seen those type of women. It may be fun for a while,
the person I'm talking about is a scumbag.
What is settled down material? I think that looks different for each person.
What you mean?
It is.
I think it's different for each person.
I mean, the boundaries may be different. It may be a little this way, that way, but generally speaking, it's a girl that you don't want to be with from now on.
You mean that's not a settled down person?
No, I said what is settled down?
What is a settled down person?
So this is how I process things. Mm-hmm. If I meet somebody, I'm processing it. Initially, I'm not thinking about settling down because as men, we don't roll like that. Yeah. If you meet any man, that's probably a Tyrese ass nigga. Like you don't want to meet a guy that's like you walking down the street. Hey, I want somebody you want to settle down with. You know what I mean? You just live your life. We have conversations. We go get something to eat. We do something. You come back to the house. I go somewhere with you. We go to the movie. Whatever it is that we do, and we interact, and he's sizing you up. But he's not thinking about settling down with you. If he is, upon meeting you, something is fucking wrong. Like you just living life.
Yeah, we're not programmed that way.
Yeah, you just living life. And
I can honestly say that I've met people off the rip that I'm like, I want to fuck you.
Correct.
And that's my mission. They're like, damn, I gotta like you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it can go the other way too, though.
Yeah.
You can meet somebody like you want to do that, and then you get to talking to them, and you don't even want to do that. You
just
want to
what I mentioned about the person I mentioned, they're an anomaly. They're savage.
Talking about that girl?
Yeah, they're savage.
She's a different breed.
They're an anomaly. But the reality,
she teach kids, or are they adult? Are they high school?
We're not gonna get in that. Okay. The point is, the reality is our reality. See, you're not in that. You're not my generation of age. You're a little older than me.
Of what?
But what of age. I'm just saying of black men. Okay. What I'm saying is anybody 30 to 25 right now has to deal with that type of woman on the regular.
That's so
no. I'm not saying in general.
That's so small-minded and whack. The older the women are, the more off the hook they are. You crazy?
No. What I'm saying
is they more off the hook the older they get.
No. I don't disagree. No, hear me out. I don't disagree with that. Because if I meet a woman that's 45, 44 right now, and I know she has a 25-year-old son, I know where she's coming from. Because you know why?
Where is she coming from?
She's gonna tell me. I might not know at the moment, but she's gonna tell me. What I'm trying to tell y'all is, and you might not. No, listen.
I'm just looking for somebody to have sex with.
She might say that. I'm not saying that's what she's gonna say.
She's more confident to say
listen to what I'm telling y'all. You gotta be real. If you have sons, you have nephews, whatever. I'm telling you real game. See, y'all y'all don't see this shit the way I'm saying.
That's so not true.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm a DJ. I've seen it all.
You haven't heard what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. If I mess with a woman that's 45, 44, 40 years old, she's going to tell me what she expects. Mm-hmm. And I need to play the fool or be smart to understand that's what it is. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is about the person that I identified. She is a breed of people that are walking around much like the skinny jeans, pants on their ass people that have a different mindset, that they don't tell you what they're really about. and they're pulling these brothers in. I'm just telling you, it's happening.
But listen,
and it makes it hard.
The 40-year-old woman that you just mentioned, that you said tells you, used to be the 25-year-old girl who you just described that you think is an anomaly.
I don't know that,
but she's not.
I don't know that.
She's not.
I don't know that.
I'm just telling you. I'm saying in 95 or 97. When Biggie was out, she was that chick.
I'm not going to.
She was that same chick you just described.
I'm a defer.
Now she said, "Fuck all this dumb shit. I'm selling right now what it is. This is what the fuck I want right now."
You know the difference is you knew better, and these cats don't. Go ahead.
But I was saying, because I do agree. Well, I do believe that there are women out there who are acting that way. Yes, and it's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell, especially.
They should get a tattoo like 21 Savage so we can identify them.
Like if you think about, if we're just talking about like within the Black culture, a lot of, Black women, a lot of us are educated. So when you think of someone who is highly educated, it's like just, you don't think that women who is educated would, behave that way. So I don't know. You think it's the exact opposite?
No, but what she's saying is what she's saying is there's a stigma.
Yes.
There's a perceived stigma.
True that. Yeah, that's just.
I mean, we talked about it on my show countless times. How many boys and older women now are being exposed for having sex? How many older women now are being exposed for having sex with young boys?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when you think about it, these teachers female teachers have access to these boys. Nobody ever says, when you see a female teacher go with a boy, nobody ever says when you walk into the hallway, oh, let me accompany you, Miss Hall, Miss Hawkins. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that. That was a New Jack City reference. Yeah. But, when it's a male, no, Mr. Johnson, I'm going to walk her there. Because there's already a perceived stigma. Yes. So to your point, there is a perceived stigma.
Like if you're highly educated, you're supposed to hold yourself to like a certain standard.
Correct.
And it's like when you are putting on that persona, when like people are just looking at you from the outside, they're not looking at a whore.
Damn.
I'm sorry, but the girl just described. Like, and people could look at it like, nah, she just living her life. She getting it in. She having fun. No, you're a whore. Like, that's just my opinion. Because, like, I don't believe if you're dating someone, and this is just me, I'll be 32.
Take dating out of it.
Yeah, that's not
take dating out. No, fuck that. Because in her instance, she was married.
Oh yes,
so she's fucked up. So,
but I'm just speaking in general. Like, I just believe that, like, if you're having sex with someone, whether you're married to that person or whether you're dating that person or whether you guys are in a monogamous relationship, then you should just be having sex with that person.
And here's the thing where I understood this person. I understood this person to a degree. I understood the fact that you were unhappily married, right? And you might have stepped out, right? But the shit that you doing, in the sense that you pulling all these people in to where they believe they're the one.
Yeah.
And then you fucking everybody.
Well, that's no different than what guys do.
No, I didn't say guys don't do that. I'm just saying you don't want to call it a whore. I didn't call it a whore.
Oh.
So I didn't call it that. You call it that. I just feel like she was fucked up and didn't know what she wanted and was stringing a lot of people on. You're the one that called her a whore. Now, I mean, by that definition, a lot of motherfuckers is whore. I've been a whore. I'll take that. It is what it is. But, you know what I mean? Like, we all have horror moments, you know what I mean? But I just think, things are what they are. And I feel like as a community, we keep shooting ourselves in the foot when we continuously keep doing this blame game. Like every show that I see or everybody that I hear talking about it, they love to generalize for their women. Like, bruh, you can't come on here and be like, well, most women ain't going to step out if everything right. Wrong. That's dumb as shit. People don't cheat because, some people cheat because shit ain't right. And some people cheat because of other reasons. We don't know. You know what I mean? Some people don't even believe cheating is wrong.
But is it really hard? Like, I don't really pay attention to statistics. I don't really know how many Black women are not married. I don't really know how many Black men are not married. But is it really hard for Black men and women to get in relationships? And if so, why?
I don't think that is hard. I think that we like to single ourselves out as a community, as an ethnicity, when there are Caucasian couples and other ethnicities that go through the same thing. Now, of course, it's only important for our community, but I think a large part of why we're not relationship ready, society has fucked us up from reality. We want.
Think it's supposed to be perfect.
We want them up. We want that perfect microwave. I want you to make $300,000, but I don't want you to be on the road working all the time. I want you to match my fly. Okay.
I want us to never have arguments. I want us to always.
Yeah. And then not only the argument, but what are you gonna do in it? What is your behavior? What is your action? And then it's like, yo, you gotta let it. And then the other thing too, we are we're doing away with traditional gender roles. So it's like,
I don't mind being submissive. If the man is a great leader,
Tracy, I know you.
I don't mind.
Tracy, I know you.
I don't mind.
Tracy, I know you. Tracy, I know you.
Okay, I can be spicy.
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
I can be spicy, like a sweet fox or whatever, but I do not mind being submissive to a man. If I believe that you are a great leader,
but see, what constitutes that? What constitutes that? Exactly. What constitutes that? Obama's a leader. What constitutes here? You got it. And here's the determining factor. Motherfuckers be like, yo, I've heard that response so many times. That's bullshit. No, like what determines that?
It varies from woman to woman. Me, what?
Yeah, what determines that? Oh,
you
so
fucking
is it,
up,
so you be like, so women be like, oh, you got a salary, you're a garbage man, but you ain't a PhD and you don't make more than me, so you're not a good leader. What happens. No. So what do you think?
When I look at someone who's a great leader, I'm not looking at the fact of just how much money you can make. Now, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I would like for you
caveat.
I would like for you
already fucked
to
up.
Make a certain
You
amount
already
of
fucked
money,
up. You already fucked up.
Like, I don't want you coming with me
broke. You already fucked up.
I'm sorry.
You didn't say broke. Okay. You're asking them to make a certain amount of money. This man works and he's legally employed. Next.
I'm not marrying someone who makes like $35,000 a year. I'm sorry.
You heard that shit? I'm not marrying a man that makes $40,000 a year.
35.
35, but what if he's a great leader?
It all depends. Let me talk. Let me talk.
But if he make $200K, right? And he's like the dude from 50 Shades of Black or whoever he is. I didn't watch the movie all the way. 50 Shades of Grey, whatever. He like the dude that he's got this infinite amount of money. It's like let me quote one of my favorite artists. When it's cold outside, who are you holding? Let me tell you about this one woman I got. She's always complaining about the things she got and the things that her girlfriend got.
Baby, I can't be in two places at one time. No. Here's the thing. When I look at consistency and follow through. Consistency, follow through.
Okay.
Logic.
Okay.
There's some men who come up with the dumbest ideas, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, prime example. So this one guy that I was dating. Oh my gosh.
Is he from Maryland or Philly?
He's from Maryland. Okay. This was like a couple of years ago. He was all over the place. I mean, all over the place. Tracy, I'm thinking about moving to Hawaii, just like out the blue. And then a month later, I got someone called me because he was like in the military, or he used to be in the military. He was trying to get back in. Someone called me from Louisiana, so I'm going to go out there for a job interview. It was just like all over the place. Like, what the freak do you want to do with your life? And
that's not stability. I get that. But you can't. But what you're saying is you can't equate ideas, because when Mark Zuckerberg said, "I want to do Facebook and drop out," motherfucker said, "You wilding."
No, that's different. I'm talking about someone who I actually know.
The only difference is we know Zuckerberg paid off. Here's what we going back Because you said you don't want. You said you don't want them. You said you don't. No. You said you don't want the motherfucker that makes $35K with city benefits and a stable job. You know where he gonna be Monday through Saturday. Yeah. You don't want that. No. What do y'all want?
Because you make $35,000 a night doesn't mean. I mean, that $35,000 a year doesn't mean you will always be home.
Doesn't mean you're not gonna be. No. What it means is that you had the potential to be a leader. But you said you don't want somebody that makes $35,000 a year.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let's say you are making $35,000 a year. I would like to know, what else are you doing? Don't just work and come home.
Wait.
You have to be working.
Well, okay, all right, let's do that then. Let's go to that. Let's say I make $35,000 a year, okay? I coach Solomon's football team. Mm-hmm. I volunteer at the school. Mm-hmm. I'm a community activist. Mm-hmm. I publish books. Mm-hmm. What more you want me to do?
That sounds great.
Okay. What's the problem? My $35,000 a year.
How long are you going? This is what I'm thinking. I'm sorry. If you're going to work from like age, let's say 22, all the way up to 65 years, you need to make sure that you are doing something that will increase your income.
Income is not going to give you a solid leader, and it's not going to give you a life partner.
I'm talking about in addition to being a solid leader.
I just gave you 4 or 5 things.
With all of the stuff that you spoke about, right. Yes. However, at the same time, I want you to increase your salary.
Increasing my salary, and here's the discrepancy that motherfuckers have to understand. Increasing my salary does not make me a better leader for your house and home. It doesn't.
But it will make things better.
No.
Finances help. Listen, I'm sorry. Y'all all know that.
Listen, finances do help, but if I'm $35,000 and I don't have any school loans or debt.
Mm-hmm. But what the average person has.
No, but if I don't, there are a lot of people that do not. See, now we delving into the higher education bullshit that is. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers that are chasing salaries that have student loans that can't even compare. So that's some bullshit. So I salute to the brothers that don't have that. Yeah, because they got it made. They got to figure it out. But if you live within your means, like, what the fuck do you want? What do you want? If I'm making $35K, you making 60, I don't bring no debt to the table. I done cleared all your debt. I done did all of them things for my community and your son. What the fuck do you? What more do you want from me?
Oh my God.
What more do you want from me?
I want to see you progressing in your career. I don't think it's
okay. I went from worker to supervisor. See, the problem is we're going back to this reality that society paints. But I need you to have a title.
No,
you want a title. You want a title.
But you gotta understand, and I'm glad that she, being an educated lady, is being honest is helping us see why
further
guys take this is why we take penitentiary chances.
Yes,
because a lot of women put that type of pressure on the man. What are we gonna do? That's why they take those penitentiary chances.
Didn't we say that shit? We said that shit one time.
Yeah,
I said men would not even go as far to groom ourselves if we didn't give a fuck about what y'all think. And
women wouldn't do that either.
But y'all, women are independent. Very much of us, women. Trajectory wise, y'all will get y'all say this all the time. I didn't get dressed for you. I got dressed for that other bitch at the club.
Their clothes is for each other.
I got dressed to compete with her. Y'all in school, I tell my mentees all the time, don't be the class clown because a girl gonna laugh, but when they call her for that answer, she gonna know you ain't gonna know shit. Women are women, even by nature, going back to Bethune-Cookman.
Oh my God.
Mary C. Bethune. Y'all women are dedicated and motivated. Statistically, y'all are running circles around us in the college and the higher education circuit. So y'all don't have this problem.
So it's like women, what we're looking for is we're looking for our equal. That's what it is. We're looking for our equal.
What is your equal?
It all depends.
No, y'all not looking for y'all equal. Y'all looking for something that will allow y'all to be comfortable.
Yes.
Y'all not gonna work as hard as we work. Y'all want somebody that already got
not even that. Let me step in and not even say that. You want all the bells and whistles.
Sure.
You want us to bust our ass and then you want to have the title to say,
I'm a
this
housewife.
is my boo. Not even a housewife. This is my boo. He's the new head of sanitation. You know what I mean? He got gold. But when motherfucker, I'm looking at Rock. I'm looking at the show Rock. Like, I'm looking at it like, yo, if a motherfucker making $35K a year,
but that was back in the day,
and it's legal, what the fuck do you want?
He's like, we don't want you coming home smelling like that, Rock.
What do you
remember how his father talked?
Yeah, I like that show.
Like,
it was a good show.
Rock was a great man. He was a great
Charles Dutton.
He didn't get no respect.
Charles Dutton didn't get no respect. And it's crazy.
Her girlfriend, she couldn't be like, tell her girlfriend, like, yeah, you know, right? Like they was like laughing.
You wasn't proud of that, man.
I was.
Like Charles, like Chris Rock said. Chris Rock said on his stand-up, he said, all my father needed was the big piece of chicken. That's all the motherfucker asked for. He didn't ask for shit else.
But he said he didn't always get that, though.
He didn't always get it. And that's all the motherfucker asked for, man. You know, even when Eddie Murphy talk about his father and he talking about his, you know, and generationally, those women are, those women are different breeds. Like, I watched my mother have 2 degrees, raise me, not shoot for the stars, do this and that. All she wanted was to have a son and live out her life. But we're different we're dealing with a different breed. Like we grown up with motherfuckers that never seen their fathers. We got people today that keep their kids from their fucking fathers just because. Yeah, not saying it never happened before, but I'm just saying, like, what the fuck do y'all want?
What more do you want from me?
What more?
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I think women, it's like, of course, we're emotional. Mm-hmm. And a lot of us like live in our minds and we want like this fairy tale life. So we want everything. Yeah.
Up top. Yes.
We want everything to be perfect. So it's like we want a man who we view in our eyes as better than us.
Yes. Or not better than y'all, but better, perfect for y'all situation. Yep. Yes. Perfect for y'all situation.
Yeah. Like, I think a lot of us live
in a fantasy world.
In TV land. We live in TV land. Yes. And in social media land. Yes. And we want like that perfect guy. So
let me ask you a question. Did you have a gender reveal party for your baby?
No.
Did you have a traditional baby shower type thing?
Well,
or like you had something?
Well, see, yeah, I had a baby shower, but the traditional baby shower was just all women there, correct?
No. I mean, like, did you have like a hood, you know, rice and peas come through?
Yeah, I had one in New York and one in Baltimore.
And here's my thing. The problem is when you look on social media, I listen to I look at these two, right? That's Nikki the Silent Assassin, right? And that's Diamond K. I look at these two, right? And I get their mindset. I'm not telling them I adopt the mindset of the people that I'm talking about. I'm just the conduit to tell you what's going on. I look and I sit next to motherfuckers that I work with that be like, look at this gender reveal. Did you see all this shit? I'm like, what the fuck is a gender reveal?
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I was born and my moms knew I was going to be a fucking boy. And that was it.
Yeah.
You know, they doing all this bullshit. Yeah, like people I know, they just like, I want to spend 10 grand on the gender reveal party.
No.
How?
I'm not spending that much money on my wedding.
That's why they got the guys that's leaders that's making a whole lot of
200 grand.
So they can have this dumbass.
I don't want a guy making $200,000.
Even if you did, you don't want a motherfucker that's gonna throw 10 grand at a dinner reveal party that he can't be at because he got to make you $200,000.
No, I don't want that. No, that just doesn't make any sense.
I'm just saying, and I'm not. You are an anomaly. You know, I've known you for 13 years. I think is it 13 years?
Yeah, 2004. Yeah.
Right. I know you for 13 years. I know you. You know, I'm the first one that when you come to me some bullshit, I'm gonna beat you down.
You one of the first ones I told I was pregnant.
Damn. I was drunk.
I remember I was sitting on the couch.
I was drunk. I remember that, and I was like, no, I was drunk when she told me. I was like, people get pregnant every day, B. I was like, you be all right. I think you be all right, though. I was like, you be all right, though. You know who he is. You good. You be all right, though. I was like, I was drunk. I was like, all right, and congratulations. No, I remember most of our conversations. It's my homie, but I was just like, all right, you gonna be all right. Like, you know, wipe your tears. Like, all right, you raise that boy. You know what I mean? And you doing it. He 4 now. You know what I mean? Doing it. For us, it is. For us, it is. Because I looked at her. I looked at her in my head. I was like, for real? Like, damn, you pregnant? For real? It's like,
people thought I was a virgin.
But motherfuckers thought she was marry whoever. But she's good person. You know, never harmed a fly other than when you
crash into the building.
You drove into the building. Yeah. God damn.
Dell State campus. I was stressing over a guy.
You fucked up.
And I drove into a building.
You fucked up. And you had the nerve to call me.
But I didn't do it on purpose.
You had the nerve to call me first. I was like, what the fuck you called me for?
Yeah. And Shane walked right by.
Kept it moving.
He didn't know it was me.
Shit. You know, people crashing the shit every day around there. I'm like, fuck you call me for? I said, stay calm. Are you okay? Are you hurt? No, I'm good. I'm like, oh, you fucked up. They about to sue you. I was like, you fucked up a lot. No, but, you know, I'm glad we touched on that. We got probably, 10 minutes max based on the start time, maybe less. I want to talk about something professionally. I want to talk about the glass ceiling, the glass ceiling in the corporate world and the ugly truth. I now work in an agency in an environment where it's predominantly white, it's predominantly female, and I hear a lot of stories. I won't even say now. I'm just gonna say period. I hear a lot of stories about people being discriminated against, and I'm gonna be honest, man. I've been sheltered in my professional career, except for 1 year where I worked for a university and I felt it firsthand. But I was much more immature at that point, and I didn't know any better. But right now, as a black woman, how do you feel? And it doesn't have to be specifically to your agency. How do you feel about the glass ceiling and the ugly truth of hiring practices, just America? What have you experienced?
I think that I don't want to use the word never.
Right.
But I think that if you're a black person working for a company where the directors, executive directors, CEOs, people running the company are white,
right?
Chances are you're only going to go but so far.
Why do you say that?
They're not going to allow you to take their
Why
spot.
do you say that?
Why would they? That's competition for them. You're kicking them out of their spot.
Okay.
So now they're giving you power.
Right.
Do you think a white man really wants to give a black man power to take over and make?
You're talking about two different things. You're talking about competition. So if I'm at the top spot, I don't want to give anybody my competition. What is it that is ethnic that has to deal with that other than a competition?
I think because when you're trying to break that glass ceiling, you're trying to get into a position where, of course, you're making more money.
Right.
And you want to be in a position where you want to create change within your company. Do people really want to see the changes that you're trying to make within the company? Especially like if you have like a different perspective than they do. It's like now it's like a battle.
Right.
Like I don't think that it's going to be very hard for us to break that glass ceiling.
Right.
And when I think about the school that I used to work at, that's on West Baltimore, the different company now, all of the administrators started out as teachers.
Okay.
And all of them were promoted to these administrative positions.
Right.
And they were majority white men and 2 white females.
Right.
There were black teachers who worked there and who worked there longer.
Right.
But never
got considered.
Exactly. They only, like, the highest they went was like, you're a lead teacher. Oh, okay, a lead teacher. But you had teachers.
Did they have the
came
same educational credentials most times?
Yes.
Wow. And it's powerful because I'm seeing it. I've seen people with.
And then PhDs. Here it is. All of the students were Black.
Yeah.
All of the students were Black. Yeah. And the students had a better relationship with the Black teachers.
Yeah.
So, but the people making the rules, it's like a lot of the students there, like, we felt like slaves.
So let me ask you this, and segueing into education, how much of this disparity of likeness, because there's higher education research that supports that if you have if you have more likeness in your professor, you're more likely to do better. But there, K through 12, I'm not sure
what that. On that.
I'm not on that. But how much of that do you think impacts what we're seeing on the broad level now that we've seen 70% of students in Baltimore City public schools are not proficient. Now this new thing that came out about 13 high schools.
Yeah, 13 high schools.
How much of that do you feel? I mean, because to my knowledge, most of the school board is Black. I don't know how much of this has to do with race. How much does this have to do with incompetence?
Well, it's multifactorial, and when you look at the educational system here in America, it was never designed with Black people in mind.
Fact.
We just had to, once the education system was desegregated, we just had to get in where we fit in. They didn't take our history or just like the issues that we were dealing with. They didn't take any of that into consideration. And what's interesting is prior to the conditions of the school now, they are fairly similar to the conditions of the schools prior to schools being desegregated.
Yes.
Lack of funding, lack of resources,
right.
Oversized classrooms, the actual building of the schools.
Dilapidated.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like the same. It's like we're going
so
in a cycle.
We did that. We got nothing.
And yes. Yeah. So there's so many different things that go into why our kids are not performing where they should be. And I've actually have K through 12 experience. I am now a second grade teacher.
Yes.
And I'm going to be honest with you. And I can say this because I am a parent. I am a teacher.
Your face was priceless.
No, because I get upset. It starts at home. It starts with the parents. It starts at home. It starts with the parents.
Right.
We have students in our school who are in kindergarten. Some students who are in school in second grade and they don't know their ABCs. They don't know their letter sounds. You can't just solely blame that on the education system.
Absolutely not.
You have to point the finger at the parents.
Absolutely.
I don't care if your parent is a goddamn crackhead.
Yeah, because we have
your crackheaded parent knows their ABCs.
Right.
Your crackheaded parent knows how to add 1 + 1, 2 + 2.
But I mean, I understand.
I
understand where you're coming from because I know you have, as many people we have experience with that. But the generation is different.
Yeah,
we fall in victim. I'm not making an excuse for it. I'm just giving some possible explanation that when I go to my kids' school, I'm just gonna say, these parents be wilding, coming in there with their spandex and
pajamas,
all of that other, just spandex, coming in there wilding. And it's crazy because I remember on the first day, it was just a lot of mass confusion. And one parent was just like, don't worry, this shit gonna die down by day 10. These motherfuckers don't really care about them. People come for the Lord, me, I'm with my kids all the time. And I'm not big on the Facebook shit unless I really want to say something or record them saying something funny or something stupid. But a lot of people are so infatuated with painting a facade that they actually care or do something for their kids. They only there for the first day and the last day. And they ain't in there, they ain't in between.
Yeah, parents are not investing. The parents are not investing.
Not at all.
And then when you work for a school system where you're not really in a position, you're not really teaching. You're more so like you're just like a test administrator. it's really hard because I feel like all I do is administer test.
Wow.
I'm testing.
Is there anything
I have to test 26 students like
is there
every
anything
3
that
weeks.
you can do is there anything that you do to infuse other things to them?
Yes, I do. I try my best to incorporate different things into the lesson. And sometimes I shut my door and I do my own thing. But yeah, I shut my door and do my own thing. I have talks with them a lot, just talks in general about society and about like what they should expect when they get older and why I am so hard on them and why they're doing this. Because a lot of times
grade, like, God damn,
they need to know it. And some of them understand it. Some of them, you
need to be in high school.
Over their head. And I think because I'm so used to working with high school students, but the education system, especially if you work for a district that is in a poor city, which a lot of our cities are poor, it's like a nonprofit organization.
Kind of
poor.
So
they need funding.
Kind of poor,
kind of poor. The funds
they poor for the shit that they don't need to be poor for. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's like they need the funding, so they have contracts with all of these different companies that create these curriculums.
Yes.
And in order for the school to continue to receive funding, these companies need to see data.
Yes.
It's no different than a regular nonprofit organization, in East Baltimore, West Baltimore. It's the same thing.
Right.
We want data if we want money.
Measurables.
Yeah.
I mean, so what do you, from because you're the first, and I said this before, you're the first K through 12 actual practical practicing educator that we've had. We've had other people that have higher ed, and myself have higher ed experience, and I plan to have maybe some principals come on. But what do you think is the change? What do we have to do?
Oh my gosh. I ask myself that question.
When you get up.
Because here's the thing, we can't, honestly, I don't know, because there's so many different things that are affecting our education system. It's the households, it's the community, it's the teachers, it's the principal, it's the district, it's the government. It's so many different things that are impacting and affecting our school, and so it's really hard to say.
Is there can we make change, and where do we start?
I think
Can we make change first?
We can make change.
Is there a possibility? Is all hope lost or no? See, I'm giving you a set of questions.
I know.
You have to answer that there is hope because you have a kid. If you didn't have a kid, you'd be like, fuck that. There ain't no hope.
See,
these motherfuckers ain't gonna learn nothing.
There's hope, but is there a lot of hope in the schools in certain districts? When you think about the 13 schools where all of the students are well below, reading level or math, whatever it is, I don't remember the statistic. It's hard, especially if you've been in the education system for so long, like I have. Sort of like your lens is dimmed.
You jaded.
But yes, I'm jaded. I'm still teaching, so I believe that there's hope for my kids that I am teaching, because I know that I am a great teacher. But when I look at it from like this broad lens, it's really hard because this education system is and
you talk about nationally,
nationally, it's depressing. Or even if you look at it from like a district, it's very depressing.
Right.
But like you don't have any resources.
I mean, here's the thing, and like I always tell educators, and that's why next week we're gonna talk about mental health being real and mental health people and the mental health they need. The reality is the reason why I despise some of this whole Black excellence talk, because the whole Black excellence thing usually stems around people that are in money-making professions. We need to see Black excellence as our teachers, as our parole officers, our cops, our social workers. We need to reinvest in the people. There's a problem in this country where our people are not getting paid enough. The fact that a teacher cannot get paid $50,000 to $60,000 to educate the future is blasphemy. It's terrible. And we need to pay our people a little bit more. We need to do a little bit more for our people. And we need to make teaching and civil service sexy. We need to make it sexy. We need to save our communities. We need to pay the people that are doing work, and make it better.
We create all of the other professions.
We do. We support everything. But I want to thank you, young Trace, author. Solo's nose is out of control. Solo's nose is out of control. Solo's nose is out of control. I just put Solo's nose out of control. Solo's nose is out of control. You can find it on
xlibris.com.
Xlibris, that's XLIBRA.
XLIBRIS.com.
But you can't get it from Amazon?
Yes, you could purchase it from Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com, but don't go there because I make more money if you go to Xlibris. So that's why,
Xlibris.com. It's a children's book. It's the first. Yeah, you gotta get the website. Gotta do that. You gotta get the website. Gotta do that. Gotta get you. Gotta school you. And then this is the first of many.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the first series of many. Solo's nose out of control. My good homie, my good friend. Before I get off, we are here at RadioOnFire.com, home, Diamond K. Williams Morning Show. This show was brought to you by the Baltimore Music Awards. Let your voice be heard at the 2017 BMAs. Polls are now open for the 7th annual Red Carpet Affair honoring Baltimore. Log on to BaltimoreMusicAwards.com before December 3rd to cast your vote. All categories. If you want to sponsor any one of the Baltimore, any one of the Radio on Fire shows, you can do so at $50 low rate, and go and visit radioonfire.com/promo to get started. If you want to see any of the past episodes, any of the Radio on Fire shows, go to www.radioonfire.com and click on your favorite Radio on Fire show. How did you like it, man? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoyed myself.
I'm proud of you. No problem. I'm proud of you. And this has been the Speakeasy, man, and we'll be back next week. And just take this note and just speak easy. We got a lot to do in our community. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of things to change and be the change you want to see. I know I'm paraphrasing from a great quote, but get out there and get your hands dirty and do something right.
Yeah.
Speak easy. Peace.
Peace.
I got